What's poppin', everybody? It's a Saber 94. Got a TCG match with my Spread Frost deck. The usual Froslass with the Hisuian guys that attack for free. By now you guys should know that I kinda like this deck, even though it's a 50-50 effectiveness rate. Hopefully that made sense. But basically what I'm trying to say is sometimes it's gonna work depending on your opponent's deck. Sometimes it won't, and it has a lot of weaknesses, obviously, since there's a bunch of small Pokemon. Kyurem is a big problem with the Regidrago deck, and Dragapult. You know, before that Kyurem came out, that matchup was actually maybe even favorable sometimes. If they couldn't start attacking with Dragapult's attack quick, then it was favorable because they run a bunch of ability Pokemon, and we got a lot of ways to frustrate them. But when that Kyurem came out, everything changed. The reason that I like this deck is, of course, because there's a bunch of stage 1s. It's just a deck that I don't have to stress my mind when I use it. Very simple, not too many complicated decisions. You just get these stage 1s Pokemon, and if your opponent runs a lot of Pokemon with abilities, Froslass is going to put in work. So this chick forced me to play first, and as you guys can see with this hand, I had no way to do anything at all, so didn't really get much advantage going first. At best, we're just going to evolve into the Froslass quick, but I didn't get any other basic Pokemon, so I'm not going to be able to do much. Now, thankfully, this could have been really bad. She wasn't able to do much either, discarded her hand to draw 6, and the important thing is that she couldn't do like the sideline attack, because just people, when I talk about some stuff, some people just don't understand. They don't look at the bigger picture. Obviously, I don't have like 10 pages of essay reports to explain myself, but for the new rules, for example, now obviously, yeah, it can be a lot more balanced. The player that goes first, they can't play supporters, so they can't play busted stuff. But you got to think about this. In every format, every era, there's been advantages and disadvantages when you play first or second, depending on the card pool and depending on the limitations you had. So for example, in DP, you had a lot of limitations. So it was better for you to play second, especially if you were running like a turbo deck. You always wanted to play second. So you can go ham and hopefully evolve into like Kindras and other the nuts, speedy Pokemon, Donphan, that sort of thing. But you had options and you knew, okay, I'm going to build my deck if my opponent forces me to play first. Got the Call Energies, it got Spiritomb. You know, you had options that most decks could utilize. Today though, like with a lot of cards like Squawkabilly, not every deck can utilize it. You got to build your deck around those cards. Otherwise, if you're going to use Squawkabilly to search it and, you know, draw on the first turn if you have to play first, you discard so many cards. You got that liability Pokemon that's going to give away 2 prizes, which I don't want to have when I use regular Pokemon decks like this one. So there's a lot of other aspects you have to consider. You know, you can still pull the nuts sort of thing that you could do if you played first with Raging Bolt. Use like Sada, for example. This guy could have done it just playing second, kill my dudes before I play basic Pokemon down. So, yeah. I think the most important thing is not being able to attack on the first turn. If we're gonna have all these crazy cards and all the speedy item cards. That's the most important thing. But like when you think about it, Sun and Moon era, X and Y era, and the Black and White era after, well, it wasn't really the Black and White era because Legendary Treasures, that was the end. But were the rules that you could use supporters first turn really the problem? No, that wasn't really the problem. In the X and Y era, it was Shamini X, where you could use multiple times of that in one turn. Anyway, I just digress right now. But anyway, against this Raging Bull deck, this is another deck that can be pretty 50-50. If I get a good enough setup, I got a pretty big advantage because they run the Ogerpons and they run a bunch of other ability Pokemon. And Froslass really hurts those. But a lot of the times, like if they play their cards right and like prevent you from getting prizes, like they don't let the Bolt die. Oh my god, like look at this shit right now. Fucking glitch. I wanted to search the Braviary, but it wouldn't let me. TCG Live glitch. Just another fucking thing about this game. Just sometimes you just play a nest ball, you play a searching card, and it doesn't let you search some Pokemon. You can't select them. Ridiculous. Anyway, we're gonna try and get that the next turn, but this is another, bad thing. This could be critical if I want to use a different supporter next turn. If we had grabbed the Braviary, I was going to be able to evolve into it, get it out of the hand. Annoying shit. This bitch has a big ass hand too. Man. Like I've said, this can be a pretty favorable matchup, but when things go wrong like this, it can be pretty annoying too. I mean, at least I guess I got the Froslasses. They're gonna put in the hurt on these guys. She also played the Greninja too. That's another free prize essentially. So, as long as I kill one Raging Bolt and then the Ogerpons die, we win. She's gonna use the catcher and she gets the heads, of course. Very, very annoying. So there goes one Froslass. Damn it. I think next turn, what I'm gonna have to do, we're gonna have to use the Arizu again, but I don't have, I got all these evolution Pokemon, but no basics to evolve. I need to see my Nest Balls and Pofins. Okay, so freezing sound, is that what it's called? Anyway, get the unfair stamp. Okay, this works out a little bit. It's not great, but anyway, I am gonna use the Arizu bitch anyway. Make sure we get the good attack with Braviary since the dude is poison too. Let me just try and use the Pokestop. And we discarded a Stadium and Barry. I really wanted that Stadium. Very annoying. So I guess I got one basic Pokemon with this play. And limiting your hand, hopefully this works out. Got the Nest Ball. We're gonna get a Snorunt. And I'm not looking too bad. I mean, I am putting pressure. Braviary is putting in the work here. Lots of damage. Eventually these Ogerpons are going to go down. And this Raging Bolt is very hurt too. Like if she wants to keep using it. It's not going to die actually because of the tool. It's going to survive with 10 fucking HP. But is she going to want to keep it active? I wonder. God damn, my neighbors are partying outside again. Can you guys listen to the music? Or the noise they're playing? Anyway, I don't think you guys can hear that. Alright, so Greninja draw, do what you have to do. I haven't used, I used one hammer. It'd be good if I use a few more and get a bunch of heads. But my stadiums, if I had either stadium, it was really going to hurt them. Even like the Lake Acuity Stadium. When you got that down and they got to attach a bunch of energies on the Ogerpons, the damage really adds up and they die even quicker. So definitely a lot of advantages against this deck. I'm not even sure, like, did I ever showcase this on the channel with Spread Frost? I played against this deck a million times, but maybe I never recorded while I was playing against it. Because I do use this deck a lot when I'm not recording too. Just to do the challenges and shit every day for live. Okay, so we did keep the dude active. Now, sadly, like I've said, it's not going to die through poison. It's going to survive with 10, even when I end my turn. Unless I see the Lost Vacuum, which I don't know if I'll be able to do that. We get a Nest Ball. I'll get another Snow Runt. I could use Iono or even Grusha, but just the guaranteed searching the evolutions. I want to do this. Just thin the deck, and then Grusha becomes even more effective. You know, you play your supporters in the right order, for better or for worse. So search these cards out, evolve my dudes, get rid of them from the hand, and then our draw supporters become better. So Raging Bolt is still gonna survive, but I'm still in the game. It might not look like it, but I am. I mean, she only needs to get 3 prizes, so this could get a little bit dangerous. She doesn't have anybody to attack with, though. That's the thing. That Magneton isn't going to do anything. She keeps using that Stadium, which pretty much did more harm than good for her, I think. All the cards she milled. I wasn't even paying attention. Briar, she's running that too. But you're not running... To make use of that, you gotta use the damn Ogerpon, or Terra Pokemon. So, am I missing something here? Maybe I've misread the card. But I'm pretty sure you gotta attack with a Terra Pokemon, get a kill with that card to get the extra prize. Another side that she can't really use because she's gonna deck out. Like, seriously, what are you gonna do? If you attack with Raging Bolt, it is gonna die, and then I actually get to poison something new that comes active. So it works out. That's what she's gonna do. She is gonna go for it. Nice. She discarded 1/1 for some unknown reason. I don't know why. Your active Pokemon was gonna die. Why did you discard one of the Ogerpon? That was a waste. But anyway. Now the Iono won't be very good, but I got Grusha. And I think maybe it's in my best interest to just let her deck out. She might just deck out before I even get to win at this point. If she doesn't do something. If I don't use Iono and leave her alone, she's going to deck out, I think. So let's go for the Miriam. I'm going to get my Braviaries and Froslasses lines. We get the Pofin, grab 2 of you, and let's see, Hammer. I will discard 1 on you, and I will actually, I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to do Catcher, and I'm going to pick on the Sandy Shocks. Now, this thing really doesn't matter if I kill it or not, but having it active, it has it to retreat, so maybe she's going to get stuck. She can't really do much attacking with this thing, so she's going to have to retreat. And I get the slow damage on the Ogerpons anyway. They're going to die pretty soon, regardless. Indeed, indeed. So, 1 card left in the deck, 11 in hand. She's going to have to do something. I mean, it goes for the Vessel. You got one card left in the deck. Is that going to be an energy? I doubt it. Like, if you would grab it, you're actually going to lose. So I don't know if she knows what's going on with her deck, with her situation. Went overboard with the milling, as usual. You know, these players that do this don't really think ahead. I think I'm good. I got this game. I've had much better games against this deck with Froslass, but I guess you guys can't see them if I wasn't recording. She's going to switch onto the Ogerpon. Doesn't really matter. You need like 4 energies to kill this Quillfish with Ogerpon. And she scoops. Makes sense. So that's game. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share the video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. Warai!